Thank you for your collaboration. Tell me about the fracking in the United States, the political energy from President Trump. What are you thinking about?
Well, my name is Sandra Steinweber.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm a PhD biologist, and I've been studying the health and climate harms from oil and gas extraction for the past...
More loud, please.
I don't want to interrupt.
No, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Maybe
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'm Sandra Steingraber. I'm a PhD biologist, and my research interest is in the health and climate harms of oil and gas extraction, which has been the focus of my work for the last 15 years. And what the science tells us is that we are in a climate emergency, and there's no more room to build out more oil and gas extraction. And in addition to that, all the easy-to-get oil and gas is already gotten and burned, and so now we are going after all the bubbles of oil and gas trapped inside rock, and the only way to get that to flow out of the ground and come to the surface is by a technique called fracking, which involves using water as a sledgehammer to smash apart the shale. And when that is done, it's a very long and expensive process, and it causes both water and air pollution that are unavoidable. So in the United States, which is where fracking was invented in Texas, each state has gone through a decision-making for whether we should permit or prohibit fracking. And in New York State, where I'm from, our governor made the decision in 2014 to ban fracking because there was no rules or regulations that could make it safe for public health. And as a scientist who lives in New York, I was very involved in providing the data to help inform that decision, and I believe the governor made the right decision.
Okay, but for example, the President Trump have a meeting in Anchorage with President Putin, and this deal have a deal for more explorations about the gas, about the oil. Do you know that? And what do you think about this?
Well, it's just a very difficult time for all of us who are scientists in the United States to work at the federal level because for many reasons, whether the topic is infectious diseases or our energy policy, decisions are not being informed by good science. And so the decision to double down on drilling and to export our natural gas in the form of LNG and crude oil and make other nations dependent on our fossil fuels and blow up the bedrock of our own nation and destroy our own drinking water to do that makes no economic sense in the long term. It's a terrible public health disaster, and it's happening at a moment where the climate is on the brink of collapse. So as a scientist, I cannot support our current energy policy.
The agenda for the Democrats is different. You know, Mr. Biden is speaking about the clean energy, you know, but so many politicals or geostrategic analysts say this is for contain Russia, not for stop the gas from Russia. But the President Trump say, come on, Putin, are good friends, have this inversion. It's possible in the next election changing the agenda, Democrats, or continue the Republicans?
I'm a biologist, so I'm not a political scientist. So what I can tell you is that the path that we are on now, which involves fracking our nation, destroying our drinking water supplies to bring oil and gas into the world, is the wrong direction for our country, for my country, but also for the whole climate. And last month, I traveled to the Permian Basin in Texas with 4 or 5 of these senators who are speaking today. I think maybe you call them deputies in your Congress, yeah? And we did a fact-finding tour together, and all of us felt that we were witnessing the earth turned inside out, and all of the toxic chemicals that are held deep down in the center of the earth are brought to the surface, right? Your radiation, but also heavy metals and benzene and formaldehyde that cause cancer. Every time we visited a fracking site, we all stepped out of the van together, and we immediately felt sick. It was hard to breathe, our eyes hurt, and
You live in Texas?
yeah, in Texas.
Okay.
So the senators today who are proposing a ban on fracking for Mexico saw for themselves what it looks like when you allow your land to be turned into a sacrifice zone for the oil and gas industry.
I understand.
There's no future in that.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you for your time.
Yes, yeah.